quick and easy it is to set something up on the fly. So here Ty has added an A380. This aircraft actually got a full interior. So if you want, you can even build incidents on board. I think we need to turn that on, but you can see pretty high detail. We have the full interior, including the stairwells. It's possible to walk up and down there. We have all of the emergency exits, the emergency slides, and these can all be accessed and changed on the fly. So maybe what we could do now is add in something like a fuel tanker and then simulate a leak from that fuel tanker. So I'll just shout out some ideas here, and then Ty will execute them. I will build along. Give you an idea of how easy it can be. So you can see he just typed in fuel, immediately got the tanker, dragged it into the scene, and then I asked to paint a leak. So immediately Ty has gone to the paint effect tool, painted it in. And we're going to change the properties to something that looks a bit more like a oil of some kind. So you see we have a nice reflective oil effect, which is now created. And really, you can just build like this. So, one of the key priorities when we designed the software was to make it as easy to manipulate on the fly. And the reason for that is during the course of a training, you can never anticipate what your trainee is going to request. So it was very important that we built something that allows the instructor to very easily change the course and direction on the fly. And of course, not have too much IT knowledge, as a requirement. So it's all quite intuitive and easy to use, as you can see.
So I gave the character some animations, like he's asking for help, something's happened. And of course, populating the environment to give it more the feeling that it is actual an airport situation. It's really quick and easy as well. I can pick out the baggage truck, put one here, add this one in multiple. And within just a few seconds, I have a truck parked with multiple baggage carts behind it.
Yeah, so basically you can start building things up very quickly, but even more importantly is you can respond to your trainees' requests, because the way the scenarios will normally evolve is that you'll have a trainee who is a commander of some form. They will see an incident, and then they will need to issue commands to de-escalate the incident. And so in that case, they'll be asking for equipment, they're asking for particular actions to be performed. And as an instructor, you will be executing those. And that's why the fluidity and pace is quite important.
Ben, if I can, sorry, if I can just jump in, there are a couple of questions that were asked.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so Wu-Sung is asking if the software can support multi-user operation.
Absolutely. So you can not only support multi-user operation, but you can have different users with different roles. So for instance, you could have one user that's using a CCTV, one that's driving a vehicle, another one which is a character, and they would all be in the same scenario, working together as a team with different roles in order to de-escalate the incident.
Yeah. And Lucas Petrov is asking if the fire can acclimatize itself to the different ground textures and elevation.
Acclimate to the different ground. I'm not sure what this question. Let me just read it again. If you're asking whether the fire will automatically propagate based on the type of terrain, that's not something which is in the standard software now, but we are building this functionality. So we already have a prototype for this which is working, and it's primarily for a different purpose, but ultimately this will allow a fire to grow based on the material it encounters. So it has fuels, and those fuel types will determine the speed of propagation. So yeah, this is something which we'll be working towards, and we may well add to some capacity in the standard software further along the line. But for now, the emphasis is on instructor control. So the downside of having a mathematical propagation is that you take control away, and it means that the way the scenario evolves is not predictable to your instructor. And this is something we've had very clear indication from our user base. It's not desirable. So basically what we allow you to do is, as an instructor, you can grow the fire on the fly, and you can control the direction and the speed in which it grows. And so this is the philosophy that we're using. Hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, please ask again.
All right, he confirms.
Question, Alexios.
Yeah, go for it.
It's great to hear about this team trainings, and many people can join one training. But do we